What's good, YouTube? NappyBoy92 here, back again, once again. And today, people, I'm here again. What is this, week 4? Week 3? I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this so far.
You are bad with math. What is going on, guys? Twitter's in the building. We're back for We Have Family Bro podcast.
You didn't answer the question.
I don't know. It's like 4. I don't know. 3.
You're bad with math. 3.
How'd you lose track after 3 or 4 weeks?
We only do it once a week. Anyways, yes, we are back, and this week we have the one and the only Enads. I mean, women want him and men want to be him. It's just
EnadZT, Enad, whatever you want to say.
I couldn't imagine being you, bro, living your life.
Yeah.
Fucking
Jesus.
But
Hugh
anyway,
Hefner's jealous.
Hugh Hefner's jealous. Anyways, people, we were gonna sit here and do a chill, relaxed podcast this week, and it's gonna kind of be like an extension of my back to school video that I did a couple weeks ago. A lot of people seem to like it, so I figured, fuck it, Enad's over here just started his own journey. Yeah, his first year college. I was gonna try and make it as elaborate as possible and say first year journey
into the virginity of college. What time is it? Oh, moving on to the next thing.
All the way over there. But anyways, yeah. So we were just gonna sit back. Can you stop jumping on me? God damn. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Nappy.
Sorry.
Jesus.
I have this puppy right here that keeps jumping all over me. But anyway, so yeah, we were just gonna do a chill podcast. So Twit, kick it off. Tell us something about high school that happened to fuck you up.
That happened to fuck me up. High school sucked for me, man. Like I don't have any positive high school stories. Well, I guess I do, but I don't really have positive high school stories. I really don't. So I mean, I don't want this to be depressing, but playing a little violin. One day I was sitting in class. Actually, this was in 9th grade. We had a young math teacher. She was like first year teaching high school. I mean, we were the worst class you could have possibly had for 9th grade as your first year. And she couldn't have been older than 22, maybe. She was like 5'2", if that. She was not very tall. She was real small teacher. And she was really young. And
So you had Luxie for a teacher.
No, but she was just like the most, you could fuck with her so easily. And every single day, I mean, we used to just give her hell every single day. I mean, one day I remember coming in and pretending I was mad, and I like threw my hoodie on, and I walked in, I just slammed the shit out of the door, and it broke the plexiglass, and she just started bawling. And that was like, oh yeah, we got her to cry. I mean, it was like every single day we had to get her to cry. That was like our one goal in life, was to get her to cry. I'll tell you, we were fucking terrible in 9th grade. But
if I was your teacher,
freshman,
and you came in and busted my door like that,
I'll beat your ass.
I'd beat the shit out of you with a textbook, dude.
And the thing is that the principal, Mr. Young, that was his name. He didn't even get mad at me.
Was Mr. Young black?
No.
What?
No, he was
ain't no way somebody named Mr. Young and he ain't black.
It was not black. He was not black. We had after I slammed the door, she was like, go to the Principal Young's office. So I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. So I walked up there. I get up to Mr. Young's office. He's like, what are you up here today for? And I was like, I slammed the door and broke the plexiglass. And he was like, well, it looks like I'm just gonna have to pull you out of the class for a week. And I was like, okay. And literally, I just sat up in his office for an entire week and did nothing. No schoolwork, no homework, well, at least for that class. I didn't do anything. I just sat up there and chilled with him. So, I mean, I guess that was a good moment. I mean, I feel like a total jackass about it now. But in the moment, that shit was hilarious. I don't care. That was our goal, to make her cry.
Did y'all get KFC every day for lunch? Popeyes?
What?
Principal wasn't black, so why would they do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Never mind, fuck it. Joke over your head. Never mind, fuck it. Anyways.
Oh, what time is it, Nappy? Time to move on.
I hate Twitterfication. I'm saying it right here on the pod. No, I'm just fucking.
Hey, that's why you're my rival in Leaf Cream.
For me, high school was an interesting time for me. I was one of those kids that didn't give a fuck about anything. Like, for real. Like, I remember I used to go to school with, you remember when they had that whole phase where people wore the Sesame Street shirts? Where it had, like, the Elmo and the cookie?
fucking hated that shit.
I had that before anybody else did because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people.
I was there first. I was first.
Stop.
First,
A lot of people.
You're like the person in the comments who yells first.
No, for real, dude, for real. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know this. They sold those at Burlington Coat Factory before Walmart got a hold of them. Because when Walmart got them, that's when everyone blew up and everyone was wearing them. But
They
anyway,
sold that Hot Topic before anywhere.
don't nobody care about no Hot Topic. God damn. Did you and Mr. Young go to Hot Topic? Because I know ain't no black people up in Hot Topic.
Hey! I was white at one point. Shut up.
You're still white.
Shut up.
Okay. Right at one point.
But yeah, I was one of those kids. I remember I had the Elmo shirt with matching red sweatpants. And I would go to school wearing that shit, and everybody would be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "I didn't care." Remember I told you that story about all the change in my pocket, Twit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Shit, I had all the change was in them big red sweatpants and the pockets on the side. That shit was crazy. But anyways, I was one of those kids that didn't give a fuck. And when I started high school, it was in Virginia. When I lived in Virginia, and it was amazing. I loved it. If there was a social totem pole, I was on the top of that shit. You know, those are the same people that I had been going to school with ever since 3rd grade. I loved it. You know, it was one of those atmospheres where it was like, you know, you could do whatever you want. You knew everybody. Everyone was cool with you. It was honestly probably the most fun I've ever had in school in my life. Was that period of like 5 to 6 years. Then everything went downhill.
When everybody found out you were black and not Mexican.
I was gonna ask why was your period of high school 5 to 6 years?
Yeah, like nigga, you dumb. You dumb, nigga.
No,
I was never good at math. What can I say?
don't even try.
I kept breaking the doors.
I said from 3rd grade until like 9th and 10th grade. Halfway through 10th grade.
You were on the top of the social totem pole in 3rd grade. Congrats, bro.
I swear, you can't tell a story in front of black people.
Playground.
But anyways, but yeah, halfway through 10th, we moved from Virginia to Reno, and it was the exact opposite. I hated Reno. I hated it so much. I went from happy nappy to like carbon copy twit.
Wow.
You know, I hated it so much in Reno. It was one of those environments where I was kind of resentful to the fact that I had to leave everything I knew. You know, so I was kind of upset about that, and I had to go to this new area. And it was one of those things where I just went to school to go to school, and that was it. Like the moment that bell rang, I wanted to go home. I hated it. I hated it at school. I didn't like any of the people. I didn't want to talk to any of them. I hated all that shit. And eventually I graduated, of course, and got out of there. And we moved down here to Tucson. But either way, I think the whole reason that I didn't like high school that much kind of pushed me towards YouTube and pushed me towards music at the same time. Because of the fact that, you know, I wasn't going out like I was in Virginia. You know, I wasn't in that same crowd. Because, I mean, I don't know where I could have been now. You know, I go on Facebook and see this chick I used to date. And she's got... She's got 2 kids, and she's my age. So, I like I said, I don't know where I could have ended up staying in Virginia, so I guess it's a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, me not having that same social life as I had in Virginia kind of pushed me towards music, which I'm thankful for because everybody said I love about music. And then I guess YouTube, but that was just kind of weird. YouTube was never anything planned, but... Look it, we're here now.
How about you, Mr. Enad?
So when I was in high school, I was one of the guys who was always sitting in the back. Like I wasn't like part of like the in crowd. I was just kind of like watching from afar.
Hipster.
So I got to like watch. What, hipster? No, actually, not even close.
Kid.
I was just like in the back, and like no one knows who I am. Like even from my high school, like if I told someone I graduated from whatever my high school name was. Not going to probably say that, but they would probably be like, "Oh, I went there. Where were you?" And it's like they wouldn't know who I was. But
that's beside you, kid.
That's how I was in Reno. That's how I was. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I mean,
that's how I was like during my entire school life, even though I knew like most people. But I just thought it's kind of funny because you get to watch fights from like outside of everything. So it's like we had the East Lawn at our school, which was like this giant like maybe like an acre or two of where you could just like sit out on the grass and eat lunch and stuff. And there would always be like some sort of like fight out there between like some like Chaldean people. And I'm not trying to be like racist or anything with that. It was always like these 2 like Chaldean people for some odd reason. And there was this one time where they actually got organized with the fight, and they made a giant mosh pit around them so that none of the teachers could get in. And then they started like having like the inner circle was like, or it was like a bunch of cameras and stuff, guys with like their camera phones and everything. And then there was the two guys fighting in the middle, and I was like, wow, that is really impressive that they actually got that organized with that kind of stuff.
They were about to make some YouTube money.
They literally
Organized
took
crime
up
over here. You fucking mooly. Stand there, hold the camera before you do with a Louisville
Hold the
Slugger.
fucking camera.
That's what they all did though. It's like the inner circle was like was just people with cameras, and then like the outer like huge like maybe like there was like 5 people thick of like the ring, and it would be
That's
like
crazy.
outside like 4 people would be like them like protecting against like all the teachers and stuff. I
That's
just thought that was hilarious how organized it started to get.
That's
And then the other story I was talking about earlier, before the podcast at least, was when the car there was this car during the summer school where we were just sitting there in class because you don't do anything during summer school, and we are just sitting there in class, and all of a sudden we hear this huge like bang, and we're like, probably just some like construction worker doing something because they were doing some sort of like renovation on the school. And when we got out, we all we see is just a bunch of like black smoke everywhere, and we're like, okay, what's going on? And we walk out, and you see like this one car just burst into flames, and then everyone's just like standing around it, looking at it. Like, are you gonna put that out? And it was like,
explode.
it's like,
so
it was just a bunch of firemen just like sitting around it. It was just like, we'll just let it burn itself out. What the hell?
did they ever find out how it started? Did it just randomly combust, or was it some bad kids?
I have no clue. I never really stayed because I was just like enveloped in smoke, and I was like dying. So trying
He was like, I really need to get back to this math.
They
back
had
to my homework.
they had speaking of fires. Now I remember this. In senior year, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was the same person or not, but they had a string of fires at the school set in the bathrooms. This is in
What?
Reno. This is in Reno.
Like actual fires or like just pulling
Actual
the fire alarm?
fires. No, not pulling the fire alarm. Like they had to close the bathrooms off, and when you saw the firemen go in there, the entire inside of the bathroom was just black.
Jeez.
These are the type of people that I went to school with. These are
No
the people
wonder
that just
you
got
go
so
fucking-
bored during school. They say, "Hey, yo, Miss Teacher, can I go to the bathroom?" And they go to the bathroom and light the whole thing on fire. And it's like, why, dude? Like, why? Like, you make everyone get out of their class, and we have to waste 20 minutes, and we go stand outside. Can you sit the fuck down, please? You're gonna see me the entire time on the podcast just swaying back and forth trying to control this damn dog. But, anyways, yeah, it was for like, I'd say 2 to 3 months towards the end of senior year. They just had these fires set in different bathrooms in the school. I think they destroyed like 3 bathrooms in the school.
That's
And they had these announcements talking about we don't allow bathroom passes anymore, and if you want to use the restroom, you have to do it during your lunch period, and it's supervised, and yada yada yada. And it was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
the only
I don't
thing.
know if they ever, I don't remember if they caught him or not, but I think they put out a whole bunch of threats saying if you are caught doing this, yada yada yada, you won't walk in graduation. And I'm like, if you get caught lighting
Shit,
school
that's
on
it?
fire, that's illegal, yo. You trying to burn some shit down. But
Shit, you're not gonna walk if you burn this bathroom down, but you'll still graduate, so don't worry about it. Shut up. Now, the only thing that I really remember, I mean, well, of course I remember it, but it wasn't in high school. I had more fun in my middle school years because in middle school we were kind of like we were right under that age to where you weren't gonna go to jail for some stupid shit. But we were right above that age where it's like you can't just full on act out like a dumbass. So we were like, me and my friends, we got pretty sneaky. Like, 8th grade, that was our last year there. And what we did was we went down on the 6th grade halls because we have like this big courtyard and the 2 buildings separate 6th and 7th grade, and then 8th grade was in a whole separate building across the courtyard. So what we did was towards the end of the school day, me and a couple of my friends, we skipped class and we went over to the 6th grade hall. And the 6th grade hall was on the bottom floor. 7th grade was on top. And what we did was we ran in there and pulled all of the toilet paper or tissue or whatever out of the rolls and stuffed it down in the toilet.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
And we had there was about it was me and another guy that skipped from my class and 3 other people that skipped from a couple other classes. And what we did was we ran into I think there was three or 4 male bathrooms on the bottom floor of the hall because it was like a really, really long school. and it was 3 or 4 of us on that bottom. Excuse me, I meant a really long hall. On that bottom floor. So what we did was we ran as fast as we could while everybody was still in class, dodging fucking windows and shit at the doors. And we went and just stuffed a whole bunch of toilet paper down in the in the toilets. Then we flushed them all at the same time, and it fucking backed up the entire fucking what is it called, building, the entire fucking building. It was just flooded. There was fucking water pouring out of the goddamn bathrooms, and we just booked it back across the courtyard. We almost got caught. And I will not I'm gonna say his name, by Dr. Freitag. We used to call him Dr. Fagtag. Everybody hated that guy.
Stop. Rewind. What is his name?
His name is Dr. Freitag.
And what did you call him?
Call him Fagtag.
All right. Just checking. Keep going.
Fagtag. Why not Fagtag or something?
Where did you get Fagtag from?
I don't know. There was just this one day.
It started with an F, so we went with Fag, okay?
Hey, well, we came up with his name in 6th grade, so whatever. It was like the 3rd day of school, and his name was...
Y'all didn't even know what Fag meant in 6th grade. I was just like,
I'm calling it Fagtag. Fagtag it is.
Dude, but I heard my older brother say this. Let's call him Fagtag. Yeah, dude, yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, fist pump, bro. Hug you. And anyway, so we book it back across the courtyard, almost get caught by Dr. Fagtag. And he ends up, one of my friends, he ended up getting caught going back to his class because it was at the very end of the hall. Like, we ran in the double doors, and 2 guys went to the left, and me and the guy who skipped from my class went to 2 doors down to the right or whatever through the doors. And the last guy, he got caught running all the way down to the fucking end of the hallway. And this dude, still to this day, I have so much respect for this guy because he did not rat any of us out. Like, he fucking took all of it. And I was like, I was like, man, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't even know you guys that well. I would have straight ratted you guys out. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all were new. I didn't grow up with y'all niggas. Like, I went back to go to jail or some shit. But he didn't really get in too much trouble. I mean, he didn't get to go in like the little 8th grade thing we had. Like, it was like a fucking field day. Like, we're fucking in 8th grade. Like, what the hell? But it was fun as shit. I ain't even gonna lie. It was fun as hell.
I remember field day. We had that shit. Yeah, I remember field. That was
I had that in like 5th grade.
Yeah, I had it in elementary school, but I remember that shit. It was like the 4th to last day of school. Like, after it was like in between finals. It was like you did your first 2 finals, then you field day, and then you had your last
elementary school.
I mean, like the final day of class, not like actual final.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I remember that.
School did you go to? Jesus.
And we started field day at like 7 a.m, and we played all day long. That was amazing.
Our field day was a little bit different from that. Well, not the 8th grade field day. 8th grade field day, we just walked around and got fucking shaved ice everywhere. But in fucking 5th grade, or in elementary school, our field day didn't start till like 11:30. Like, you went to field day for like an hour, and then you fucking went to lunch, and then you went back to class, and then you went to field day for like the last hour and a half of school. Like, that was our fucking field day, and that's what we fucking lived for every single year. That shit was amazing. Off the damn chain. But I mean, now that I look back, I'm like, nigga, they only gave us like an hour and a half to play. What the fuck? Like, you only got fucking. And you guys remember recess? How recess was like 10 minutes long?
My recess was always 30 minutes.
Hour.
Yeah, mine was always 30 minutes. That was when Twit. Remember you were talking about holding your breath and making your cheeks tingle or whatever the fuck you were talking about. You blow smoke or whatever. That was when 6th grade was the last time I had field day. That was back when they used to hold their breath and punch each other in the chest to make themselves faint so they could go home early. And it's like,
God, they were desperate to go home.
For real. And the school wasn't even that bad. My elementary school was underground. That was the coolest thing about it. It was like built into a hill. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, these kids you could always tell who it was too. Like, they would go around the side of the hill next to the fence where the teachers that stand outside couldn't see you. And they'd be like 5 of them over there. And they'd have one guy standing there. Y'all can't see me, but everyone watching this will be able to see it. But they had a bunch of people standing there with their arms out like this, and they go, and then someone just go bam and knock them right in the chest, and they fall and just crumple like stupid. They just hit the ground like a dead person, and then all of a sudden they say, "Oh my God, Mr. Logan, he passed out. He's gotta go home." Like, they would say that. They would say that he's gotta go home, and Mr. Logan was like a good 450. And he would waddle over there. What's going on? What's going on? And then he said, "Oh my God, call 911, yada yada." And this happened like 4 times a week, and they could never put 2 and 2 together.
Dude, nobody saw it. Just
Nobody
like, oh my
saw
God, all these middle schoolers are just fainting all over the place.
Exactly.
On the side of the hill. Is there like less oxygen there? What's going on? I don't understand.
I don't know. The going back to what Enad said earlier about being that kid that's always there and no one's like, "Whoa, you went there? Where the hell were you at?" That's how I was when we moved to Reno. Except everyone knew who I was because that's when I had my afro.
Yeah, afro high five, camera high five. Here we go.
That's when
one. I don't think
you
did.
just
There's this white kid at my school. Well, I just graduated, but he's a freshman now. He's like this little white kid who's like 4'7". He has an afro and he's blonde. It's the weirdest thing ever. Not sure how he did it.
Does he have an afro or does he have a Jufro?
Yeah, it's probably a
No,
Jufro.
it's an afro. It's not a Jufro. It's an actual
Is
afro.
it blonde? Is it blonde?
Okay, stop.
It's blonde.
Is it curly?
It's a Jufro.
Is it curly or
No,
is
it's
it nap?
not. It's not curly.
I've seen a couple of white people in my day that have decent.
In my day, you make it sound like
Back in my day. But I seen a couple of white people that actually had like a decent like my type of hair, type fro, and then they fucking get dreads, and it's like, shit, that looks actually pretty good, but I mean, it's fucking blonde, so it's weird as shit, but it's whatever. So
I don't know. All I know is they like I didn't talk to him because I didn't want to. Like I wasn't that open to talking to people in groups and shit because I didn't want to talk to him. It wasn't that I didn't have the ability to. It's just I didn't want to. And it's like after I talked to someone, they'd always remember who I was because of my hair. And I used to have, I told you this story already to it. I used to have people come to me all the time because I was like the one of 4 black kids in the entire school. They come up to me and ask, "Can I touch your hair?"
oh my God, I know this.
I don't know why white people, you're so fascinated with black people's hair. I don't know
It's
why.
'cause we normally can't do it. It's just like it's fascinating because we can't do it.
Like, you want to talk about something that'll make me motherfucking mad as shit? Come up and touch my hair and see if I don't punch you in your goddamn throat.
That's how it was.
Don't fuck with my hair.
That's
Like,
how it was.
goddamn.
That's how it was for the longest time. At first, I was like, "Oh, it's cool. All these people want to talk to me because of my hair. They think it's awesome. That's great." Then
And then it's like,
No, they just want to touch it. They don't want to talk to you.
after about 4 months, then it got annoying.
Yep.
And probably I think it was junior year or something towards the end. I've already told Twit this story, but I was walking out to the buses one day, and you had like this courtyard that you had to go across that you could eat lunch at and everything. And I was walking across and I had my headphones in because I listened to music on the way home. And as I was walking across, I could see out the corner of my eye these 2 girls that were coming towards me, and I already knew what they were gonna say. And they opened their mouth. They got about 5 feet away from me. And they opened their mouth. I said no. And kept right on.
No.
and the look on her face was like,
I just want to know what time it was. Jeez.
yeah, nah, nigga. That wasn't what she was
I
about
was
to
gonna
say.
ask you out, you asshole.
No, come on now. These two girls, they were not the type that you'd be like, hey, yo, bitch. Hey, yo, bitch, what's up? I'm just trying to holler at you. No. Nah, so I was just like, no. I kept right on walking.
I had this kind of a similar run-in like that at school, except the girl that I fucking yelled at was apparently, I didn't know, but she was a freshman. I think she was a freshman or whatever, and she was the little sister of the dude that was like fucking big dude on campus that like fucking got to a fight with everybody. Like he stomped.
Please, some of you got your ass whipped.
No. He got like this kid's sister, or excuse me, this girl's older brother or whatever, got into a fight and threw this dude who was already like, he was a big ass dude, but he was kind of slow, and he threw him down on the fucking stairs and kicked him in the back of the head on the fucking steps and like smashed his face all up. So I mean, he was like one of them crazy motherfuckers. But there was like 3 of these girls that was walking up. Oh, and mind you, they're both black, so it kind of it's her and two or three little white girls or whatever that walk over to me as I'm walking from the canteen, and go to the canteen every fucking day, spend $1.25 on motherfucking blue Gatorade and some Skittles, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Holla, peace up, word to your mother, Skittles and the Gatorade, motherfucker in the house. But so I was walking from the canteen like I do every single day, and I see these 3 girls or however many girls it was looking at me, and I'm like, if these motherfuckers come over here and touch my hair, I'm gonna flip the fuck out because I just not have been having a good day to begin with because it was school. I didn't want to be there. So she walks over and she's like, can I touch your hair? And I was like, no, you're not touching my hair. And she was like, motherfucker, I would get my brother on you. I was like, I don't give a fuck who your brother is. I'm trying to touch my goddamn hair. Like, shit, I have to wake up and fuck with this shit in the morning. Stop. Just leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And so then she goes and tells her brother or whatever, and this dude comes fucking barreling at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know that was her brother at the time. Of course, after I realized he was barreling at me, I was like, okay, maybe they're together or some shit. So then he's fucking like I'm sitting down at the picnic table. We had like these little green picnic tables sitting outside, and you had to actually walk up a hill. But I mean, he was pretty fucking big. Like he was he played football, but he was like probably a good 250, 300 pounds, something like that. I mean, he was a big dude, and he just comes running up the little ramp at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was me and two other people that were sitting there, and this girl that was sitting there. And when he ran up, I was like, thought he was not gonna run at me, because you always get that thought like, okay, he's not coming at me. I'm not even gonna pay attention.
And then you try and play it cool, and all of a sudden this dude's up in your face.
Walking at me right now. I'm just gonna. I ain't even scared. He looking at me. Oh shit, he looking at me. But he was coming up. He was coming up the ramp, and he was like, he said, "Hey yo," and I was like, "What?" And he called me by my name and shit. And he's like, "Get your ass down here." And I was like, "No, man, I'm not coming down there." Like, no, I'm gonna stand my ground up here where you cannot come to me because there's teachers over there. Fuck you.
Because there's teachers over there.
And so he walks up even more and he pushed me back down on the bench, and I'm like, I ain't even trying to test this nigga, you know what I'm saying? I ain't look, you know what I'm saying? You got your point across, you can go back downstairs now, go, she won't. But he fucking pushed me, and then as he was turning around, he hit this girl, and instantly the fucking resource officer, resource officer, Mr. Young and the other principal, they were just over there instantly, and I was like, hallelujah, like that, because when he turned around, he hit this girl in the chin. He elbowed her in the chin, and she just flipped the fuck out. And here comes, they just fucking barreled over there, and I was like, hell yeah.
So you tell me
they were like following him the entire time, just waiting.
I basically got out of a fight because he elbowed the shit out of a girl.
So a girl saved you from getting your ass whooped.
I mean, if you want to look at it like that, but I mean, it's whatever. I mean, shit, I don't even care. Like, motherfucker, I was so sensitive about my hair back in the day, and I almost got into a fight the other day at work because the motherfucker was messing with my hair. I was like, nigga, if you don't back the fuck up, like, you don't know me like that, bitch. I only worked here for a month, motherfucker. I will fuck you up.
Was it a coworker or was it like some just random person?
Like this dude, he was fucking playing with. He stretched a straw out, like, you know how you stretch it out and it makes it real thin or whatever. And he was fucking like one of the plastic straws. He's fucking playing with it, and he used his mouth to stretch it for one. And I was like, do you not have fucking common sense? Like, you don't fucking do that. And I was fucking making pizzas. I make pizzas, good fucking pizza. You know what I'm saying? Over there, like tossing it and putting.
I make pizza, good fucking pizza.
Fucking like advertising where he works.
Exactly. And he comes over there and he takes the let me see if I can find. Oh, here's a straw. Randomly enough, actually, here's two straws and a third. So I got three straws for no reason. But anyway, he takes the straw, basically stretches it out, and he walks over behind me and he puts it on my hair like this and pulls back. So it jerks my head back, and I turn around, I push up, said, "What the fuck is your problem?" And there's like three fucking customers in the store right now. I'm like, "What the fuck is your problem? You need to grow the fuck up, man." And he was like, "Man, you need to chill out. I'm just playing." I'm like, "This isn't a goddamn place to play. Goddamn, stop being so fucking immature." And then this dude, because he's all fucking from the military, he's like, "I will fuck you up. I will bring your ass over here. I'll fuck you up." I'm like,
Twits over here. Are you a child? This is a place of pizza production. What is wrong with you?
What is your problem? You make pizzas in this pizza parlor. Fuck you. It was crazy, but I almost got into a fight the other day at work because of this dude fucking with my hair. I mean, I could flip like that because somebody fucks with my hair, man. It's just, I don't know what it is.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman. What can I say?
I kind of had something with the whole afro thing. I used to have well, no, I didn't have an afro, but I always had people like, they would come up to me and like ask me like, what's wrong with my eyes, because I had color contacts, so I would have red, like the eye color would change to red instead of being brown like usual. And so people would like come up to me like, "What's wrong with your eyes? Oh my god!" And eventually, I just got so tired of it. I told them, "Yes, I got stabbed in the eye, and now it's bleeding." But it doesn't. Like, I made up some like weird excuse for why my eyes are red instead of like just saying, "Oh, they're contacts," because I got so bored with it.
That guy.
And I actually got some people to believe me that my contacts, they weren't contacts, but they were like I had like a cut on my eye, and it made my irises red or whatever they're called.
Dude, me and my
That's
mom.
bleeding eye over there.
Yeah, my eye's bleeding. I got stabbed with a pencil.
Dude,
Oh,
me and
Lord.
my mom, my ex-girlfriend, we tricked her brother into thinking that my mom had a glass eye because she always used to say like, "Oh, I got my good eye on you," like, being sneaky or whatever. She's like, "I got my good eye on you," and he was like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "She's got a glass eye." And he's like, "What, a glass eye?" And he was like, "I can't even tell." And so like all that, like, until I actually told my mom that I told him that she had a glass eye, he would go around her like looking at her all fucking weird and slow and shit. And she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "Nothing, just checking something," like that. And so then I would go over to him and be like, "Yo, don't do that. It makes her, conscientious. Don't." She freaks out about that. I mean, you don't want to see it pop out or anything, right? And he was like, "No, that's disgusting." Well, I mean, I kind of want to see it pop out. And then I told my mom about it. And so all the time she would be like, she would look at him cross-eyed sometimes and just fucking turn her eyes straight. He would freak the fuck out, dude. It was so funny. And we kept that going for like a year and a half. Like, dude, she really has a glass eye. That's so cool. It was weird.
Just to mess with him, you should have brought like a plastic eye and then like put it on like a table somewhere.
Oh my god.
Dude, don't put your drink there. Her eye is right there, dude.
Her eyes there. Come on, man. You can't get
What's your
salt on it, you
problem?
asshole.
God.
Alright.
You ever had salt in your eye before? That ain't cool.
You ever had your eye in salt before? It's not cool either. That jackass. Jesus.
Anyways, okay. So we're over the time here, but I got two more. Two more that's just too good to pass up. First of all, first thing I gotta say, if you did not have one of these in high school, you did not experience high school. I'm holding up a JanSport backpack right now.
I was about to say, are you holding up one of those fucking basketball backpacks? Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. Everyone had that time period where they went through the whole string basketball backpack. But I'm talking about JanSport.
But a pencil, your fucking little JanSport backpack, your damn gym shorts, and a damn notebook. That was the only thing you carried around with you. Fuck books, fuck everything else, and that little fucking string backpack. That's all you brought. Yeah. Period. That was it.
All right, so check it, right? Back when I was living in Virginia, this was ninth grade. This is when I first got into high school. The senior prank that year, because every year they do senior prank.
We didn't.
They glued the locks on one hallway because it wasn't even a hallway. It was like a wing. Like this school in Virginia. I'll give you the name. South Lakes High School. Go look it up. It's fucking huge. They had it was like a 5-story high school. They had like 6 different wings, all color coded and everything. And they glued all the locks. It was like a group of 8 of them. They got caught afterwards, and they didn't graduate that year. They glued all the locks in one of the wings, like every single door, like even the janitor's closet. They glued them shit shut. And we were trying to go over there, and we were like, why the fuck did I come to school today if I can't even get to my Spanish class? Like, what's going on? Like, they wouldn't tell us what it was until like 4 weeks later when we heard it on the news. Like, they just gave us some excuse, like, oh, some kid threw up, we have to section off, clean it up.
Some kid threw up, so the doors are open now.
School's canceled.
Yeah.
The CIA closed our door.
for like 2 days. For like 2 days, no one had any classes in there. We just didn't have class. Like, we didn't see the teachers, nothing. Nothing happened. It was stupidest thing ever. Like, why would you glue all the doors in the school shut? That's so fucking stupid. But either way, there you go. It's the WAFB back to school edition. Bring the JanSport backpacks next time. You wanna take us out of here, Twit?
All right, so for myself and for Mr. Nappy, I'm going to let Mr. Enad take us out eventually when I stop talking. But hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of We a Family Bro podcast featuring Mr. Enad. And it was a really good one. Back to school. I think it was pretty good since, some of you guys can't play Call of Duty right now.
It was worth going over the time limit.
It was totally worth going over the time limit. And I'm sure that you guys probably can't even watch
like 3 minutes.
So I'm sorry, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll let Enad take us out of here. Don't forget to check the description down below. You can also click the box on, let me get this right. I think it's right here. I think it's down in this corner. Don't forget to click his box right there. It'll take you straight to his channel. Check out his channel down in the description. Check out Nappy's channel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to extend that? Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you, I guess. See ya.
We out this mother. See you then.
360 out this motherfucker. Go!
I did that just so Twit would spin in his chair. And I'm waiting for the week where he busts his knee on his desk, but it's whatever.
It almost happened too. Oh shit.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.